Hello everybody, welcome back to Black and Blending. Welcome back. If you're new to this channel, please do press the subscribe button and join this amazing family. And please give us a thumbs up, share this video with family and friends, but obviously that's only if you like it. Anyway, so on today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I fell in love with my first love, how he broke my heart, and I'm wearing red, the symbol of love. You know, the color, not symbol, sorry, the color of love. So, Njengi red today. Woo, guys, tell me about when you find love. Woo, when you start dating, you walk, you change your walk, you find the walk of love. I'm in love. Hey, you know, everybody does that. I mean, I don't even think when you are in love, you remember your life before this particular person. And if you ever want to know your life after that, everything was so good. And that's the space I was in. I was young, I was still in high school, and I met this guy who was amazing, you know. And obviously, okay, first let's just mention that he was of a different color. So he was like not black, he was colored, and I was black. And you'll find out why I actually made that statement then. So yeah, everything was great. You know, he just did things that, you know, he did things that boyfriends were supposed to do, you know, buy you flowers, take you to movies, do this, do that, and everything was great. About a year, 6 months into our relationship, I started seeing a lot of changes, you know. Like the first change that I picked up was that every Thursday and every Monday he was unavailable. He was only available Monday afternoon from like 7, I think, 6 evening. He was only available at like 6, and I knew Wednesday night. Well, if he says goodbye, that is goodbye until Monday afternoon again. So anyway, yeah, he was very loving, and he changed into a person I never thought I would actually be in love with. You know, he started belittling me. He was basically emotionally, you know, he started emotionally abusing me. He'd be like, oh, nobody out there loves you as much as I love you, and you've never had a boyfriend in your life. Nobody actually whistled at you. Nobody ever said anything. You're the ugly girl, and here I am, you know. Like he just said a lot of mean things, you know. He said a lot of mean things, and at times when it was time for us to go somewhere and I'd come dressed as like, no, I don't like you. I don't like what are you wearing right now, so go back home and change. I'm like, dude, I traveled. Do you understand the meaning of travels? I traveled so far, I can't go back home. And then it just got to a point of, are you talking back to me? Are you talking back at me? And he had this thing where he said, Tete, don't try me, you know. If he said that, I automatically knew I should know my place. And I just keep quiet, and I take the insults. And at some points he wanted me to actually bleach my skin. It was just like, I can't be with you anymore. You're just too dark for me. If you want to date me, you should use like something to lighten your skin complexion. I can even pay for an injection, you know. And it was like, I was so hurt, because I mean, changing my skin color is like, yo, bro, it was something I never wanted to do in my life, and I just thought it was something I wouldn't do for a guy. You understand? But I was in love, and I actually did consider it. I don't want to lie, I actually considered it to just, you know, give a Rihanna, give a Mariah. When you see me, you see a yellow bone, you know, and stuff like that. Hey, but anyway, I think the situation actually got worsened when, like, we'd walk, like maybe to the movies. He'd always like walk in front of me so that people wouldn't see that he's actually walking with me. You understand? So it would be as if, yeah, it's like you're just walking behind a stranger. And then when we get to our location or something, then we'd be all lovey-dovey, you know. And that was just like, why are you doing this? And whenever he wanted me to visit him, he'd say, come visit me at night. Yes, at night. So his friends and everybody doesn't have to know that he's dating a black girl. And the thing was, I never just sat and thought, hey, I shouldn't be in this relationship because this guy is obviously not in love with me, you know. But at the same time, you're sitting there thinking, why is he with you? Why is he doing all these things, you know, if he doesn't want to be with you? Dude. Anyway, so it got to a point where, you know, they say if you if you give a person so much love, you're going to get to a point where you don't love them anymore, and they'll love you more than you love them. And I think we just got to that point. And that's the part where I actually kind of, I got my heart broken. I remember I went to a party with my friends in somewhere around Durban, and he called me. He's like, "Hey, where are you?" And I was like, "Nah, you know, I'm here with my friends." And he's like, "Oh, okay, you didn't mention where exactly are you?" So I'm like, "Give me location." He's my boyfriend. What's the worst he can do? So I gave him the location, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm here, here." I'm like, okay, cool. Next minute, he rocks up. Jay, get in the car, let's go. I'm like, what? He's like, get into the car. I'm not joking with you, girl. Get into the car, let's go. And I was like, nah, I'm here with my friends. I'm here to have a good time. My parents, everybody know where I am, so why should I go with you, you know? And then he squeezes my arm, and he's like, Tete, don't try me. You know, don't try me. I'll embarrass you in front of all your friends. And I was like, okay. Said goodbye to my friends, and I apologized. I'm like, no, something happened at home, and I had to go. I went. When we went, we got to the house, we got to his place, and he was like, oh, that's the first time he actually hit me, like, hit me. Like, he slapped me. He's like, I don't want to be arguing with you. You know, if I say, get into the car, you don't question me. You know, you don't ask me where we going. You just get into the car, you keep quiet. And look how you dressed. You dress so skimpy for all the, you know, for all those other boys out there. And I was just like, I'm going to a party, you know, and I felt like wearing this. You talking back at me, and then he like threw me on the bed and he choked me, like, dude, he choked me until I felt like I couldn't breathe, I couldn't think, I couldn't do anything, you know. And then he let go of me. He's like, I can't do this with you anymore, you know. I'm done. Just go. This is like the middle. I don't know. It was like 12 or 1 a.m. You know, and I'm just like, how am I gonna get home? It's like, it's not my business, it's not my girlfriend anymore. Get out. He kicked me out at that time. It was super cold. Anyway, I made my way home. I cried myself to sleep. I felt like the world was frozen, you know, Jay. There was no song that could heal this broken heart of mine. My heart was so broken. It was shattered into 1,000 pieces, and I did not know how I was gonna pick myself up. Because, I mean, I was with this person who insulted me every single day. He told me how ugly I was. He told me how I had no sense of style. He told me how like nobody out there would ever love me as much as he loved me, and he was doing me a favor by being with me. You know, there was just so many other things that this guy did to me that I didn't know. You know, like, how do I go past? Like, how do I pick myself up and be like, hey, you know what? I can start over. I can be with this particular person again, you know, without thinking about that. Because honestly, this guy scarred me. He was like literally my first love. I had never seen you know, when you're just so scared of boys, and then this guy comes and it's love at first sight, and you give him everything, and he destroys the living out of you, you know. And I remember there was this time where, okay, we mended things, and we got back together for like, it was like, I think 3 weeks we were back together, and then my dad passed away. And I remember calling him the day when I found out that my dad passed, and I was like, hey, my dad just died, you know. So I remember calling him, telling him that my dad just died, you know. And he was just like, oh, okay, yeah, it happens. That's when I was like, what kind of monster am I dating? You know, like, how does someone tell you that their dad just died and you were like, okay, you know? Sorry, guys. Sorry, having a moment. Anyway, yeah, so he's just like, oh, okay, yeah, it happens, you know? And I was like, really? It happens? My dad just died, and that's all you can tell me as my boyfriend, you know? And he didn't show up for my dad's funeral, and after my dad's 40 days, he comes up to my house and he says to me, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I don't think you and I are meant to be. You bring out the worst out of me. I can't get over the fact that you're a black girl, and I try to look past that because you're a nice person, but in all honesty, I can't. You know, I can't do this. I cannot do this. So I just feel like it's best that we go our separate ways. You know, I just lost my dad. I just lost my dad. I'm just going through all these emotions of living life without my father, and I have to live life without this boyfriend of mine who emotionally abused me and physically abused me once, you know. And it's, yo, bruh, I remember not giving, I didn't care about anything. I begged, I was like, please, I can't see my life without you. I really want to be with you. I know I've done some terrible things, which I've never did, but I know I've done some terrible things, but I will change my complexion. If it means that you will stay with me, I will change that for you. And he was just like, no, it's too late now. When I asked you to do that, you didn't want to do it. So I don't think I can do that with you. I don't see you as a mother of my children. And I felt like a part of me just died that day. Like, I couldn't believe it. You know, I was a grown woman. I was working. I mean, people told me about their relationship, but for some reason, I didn't feel that whatever I had with this particular person was wrong. And even when he wanted to get rid of me, I still wanted to hold on and be like, I can take more, you know? And it was difficult. It was very, very, very difficult to get over that relationship. It was very, very difficult because I was so used to the insults. I was so used to the abuse that I felt like it was a part of me. I felt as if I couldn't find someone else to love me the way he did, because I thought that the way he loved me was the way I deserved to be loved, you know? And I don't know how people do it. Well, I did it, but I don't know how people do it, like after being emotionally abused, physically abused, and this person just keeps saying, leave me alone, and you keep going back because that's what you're used to. Is that because that's what you want? You understand? But I don't know how people do it after they leave you to go into another relationship that's exactly the same to the one you left. Because there was something I said to myself, that I will never ever allow a man to abuse me. I will never allow a man to tell me I'm ugly. I'll never let words define the person that I am. I'm going to define myself. It took me a year, 8 months, maybe 2 years, I'm not really sure, but a year, 8 months to get myself together. Within that year, I just kept on telling myself, you were beautiful, you were smart, you were strong, you know, you make it in life, you were better than what, you know. I almost failed matric. Because of this nigga. Thank God. But yeah, you know, here I am today, happily married, in love with myself, you know, and living life. And for all these people who are out there in an abusive relationship, it is very difficult to leave. But if you can, just pack your bags and go, because there's better out there. I know what it feels like to be with somebody who thinks very little of you, makes you feel as if nobody loves you. And I don't know how I allowed that person to do that to me, because I come from a home of 1,000 kids, and everybody is made to feel special in their own way. But when I was in love with this person, he kind of made me forget or not see the love that I was receiving from my family, almost as if it's even like, guys, your love is like, just chill, you know. I don't need that type of love. And it's kind of sad, because our families are always there with us. My family was with me, even though they didn't know what I was going through. They were there with me, and I am grateful for all my supportive friends, my family members, and everybody out there. It's always good to have a little support group, you know, people you can go to cry on, you know, and stuff of that sort. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like I mentioned, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and join the blending family. Thank you once again for watching, and we will see you.